Good morning. Now, I've been silly. I've been naughty. I didn't mean it. It was accident. It was an accident. So, I kind of fell asleep with the engine on. And I didn't mean to. And it's a silly thing that I just did. And I also may have fallen asleep with the window open. I don't really know why. So I've woken up this morning and I've only had 3.5 hours sleep. No, is that right? 4.5 hours sleep. So I've had 4.5 hours sleep, but I've woken up and it looks like this out the window. So my view is my cover, which is unbelievably nice. I am absolutely sweating, to be fair. And then I've got this view here, but I feel like this is not even doing it justice. I feel like I need to get out of the car and go and have a look down there and maybe take the drone and show you as well. So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna have a drink of water and brush my teeth, and then we'll time it just so that drone's coming up at the right time, that the sun's coming up. And that alarm is the alarm that was supposed to wake me up, but I'm already awake. Right, give me a minute. Right, I'm out of the car. Wow. Now the sun's not up yet. I have a feeling it's going to be very muddy down here though. The sun's not up yet, but already it's looking delightful. This is where I've woken up. And then I'm going to show you on the drone where I've woken up. Look at this. How beautiful is it here? That is amazing. Right, I'm going to try and walk down there without getting absolutely sludged up, because I don't want to put my wet shoes on from yesterday. Right, I'm having a bit of a nightmare. I'm not really, because look where I am. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. But I am because I can't get the drone to work. Look at all this stuff. This is off that thing that I slept under last night. I'm absolutely covered in bits. But basically, I've got some dirt in this socket somehow. I know exactly when I did it. I remember doing it because I thought, oh God, it's just like buried in dirt. So I now can't get it to connect to the controls. If I can't get it to connect to the controls, I can't see what I'm doing when I'm flying, and it's just not safe to fly. So I hope you can hear me, because I know it's going to be windy. So I'm just going to have to show you where I am, like from where I'm stood, and you can see it's beautiful anyway. I just wanted to see that sunrise, which I'm now not going to see, which I'm a bit devastated about, if I'm being honest. Although it's coming up over there, I'll quickly show you. Yeah, I wanted to be able to fly down here, down with the birds, all the way around, off to this side. Now I have got the control to connect the other phone, the one I'm filming on now, but it's in the car. You think, oh, just pop back to the car. Well, the car is only there, but you have to go down a massive, slippy, steep hill, which I've already filthied my feet up to get here. So it's a shame we're not going to see it as I would have liked to have seen it. There's a little castle over there as well, which I'll take you to in a minute. And wait for the sun to come up that little bit more. I just can't believe how beautiful it is this morning. It's freezing. It's like goddamn freezing. But look at this. This is that little castle I was on about. Look at that. Like, when do you ever see anything quite as amazing as this? It is so good. It's so good. Oh God, we're zoomed in there, aren't we? That's a little bit too much. Anyway, I just love this. That is making my day, seeing that. Honestly, imagine being in a job where this is where you wake up. This is what you get to do just because you can. I love it. I love my job, and I want to say thank you so much to you guys for the views, the help you give me, because this makes being tired, being poorly, being injured worthwhile. Oh my god, I am so emotional just looking at that. That is unbelievable. It's so good. Anyway, I better go back down. It's just, I can't explain how unbelievable it is. It's so lovely. Oh, look at this. It's just a castle there, look. The sunrise behind it is just beautiful. Anyway, hope you have a nice morning. He's here, look. He's come, the sun's here. I didn't even notice either, because I was just looking over here and I thought, oh, I can see the sun on that rock. I turned back round and he's just popping his head up, look. Oh, it's so beautiful. I could just stand, if it weren't so cold, I could stand here for hours. Right, just walking up to the castle a bit and then we'll head off because I need some food, desperately need some food. I'm hungry, although it doesn't seem that long ago since I was eating kebabs sat in the car, to be fair, but anyway, I'm going to have a quick look. I don't really know much about this castle. I don't think it's historic, it's more like a lookout by the looks of things. But I will have a look into it in a minute when I get back to the car. Moment, my hands are going to drop off because it's so cold. It's so cold. The wind is biting. You'll hear that obviously the wind's probably really loud on the camera, but not much I can do about that at the moment. Look at that. See, I wanted to fly the drone straight through the middle of there. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. I swear to God, I am thick as pudding sometimes. I've just spent the last 5 minutes, no word of a lie, searching for my glove. I've only got one glove because there's no point in me having two, because I take it off every 5 seconds purely because I'm on my phone all the time. I need some of those ones you can touch stuff with and use, but I just never get them. But anyway, I'm going, where's my glove? Can't find my glove, literally on my hand. Absolute idiot. I'm thinking I can put it on that other hand. I'd already got it on one hand. What an idiot. Anyway, this is it sounds like I'm going to say this is Sparta. This is glorious. I love it. Thank you, Lord. Right, I'm going back to the car. Right, so I thought I'll come this way, straight up the main path, walk along the road back to the car park, because I thought, you know what, it won't be as slippy. This that I'm stood on is black ice. I have just almost killed myself. Crazy bad. Walked over here, stood on it, and it's like, it is mega slippy. Jesus. Just been messaging Sue. We both decided we want to buy that house. Not together. I want to buy it. She wants to buy it. It's just beaut. Imagine living there. Anyway, I'm gonna try and walk back up here without dying. Right, so the castle. Oh, I still can't remember the name of it. It's Severick Castle. Now, you can look it up yourself. There's some really good history, like amazing history to it. I actually thought it was just like a lookout point, but it's just got so much about it. It is really, really good. How beautiful. I can't get over how beautiful it is. Anyway, so it was built in the 5th century. One of the first bishops of Ireland was blessed here. What else? The Vikings attacked this point in the 800s as they made their way down between Scotland and Ireland when they came and took over in Ireland. What else happened here? Cromwell's army came to this point. One of the kings of Ireland went across over to Scotland from here as well, and it's all sorts. Like, you'd think it's just a couple of rocks and a bit of a castle, but it's got some right history to it. Right, something else I've just realised after reading that. So that beyond, if you look beyond there, look, that is mainland Scotland over there. I think there's Campbelltown or Campbellstown. Then there's if you look just beyond it, you can't really see, it's the Isle of Arran, which we were looking at the other week. We were in Scotland looking at the Isle of Arran and Northern Ireland, and now we're in Northern Ireland looking at Scotland and the Isle of Arran, which is mental. I think that's crazy. Also, there's a couple of islands in front of us. So if you look in front, just looking on, if you look on here, look, gives you an idea. We're there looking at Islay, there's Campbellstown, this one here with no name on it, that's the Isle of Arran that we were looking at. And then there's Mull and Tobermory behind, which is like, if you ever grew up in the UK, Balamory, that's where that was filmed. And I've got family from Mull. I used to visit them, well, I've visited them once, I think. I just think that's mad that, like, what, 2-3 weeks ago, I don't know if it was even that, 2-3 weeks ago, we were at the other side of that water looking over here. I just think that is crazy. Anyway, I need some breakfast. I want some breakfast, and it's going to be I'm walking like a duck because I don't want to slip over. Yeah, it's the premiere in a minute over, well, in about an hour, over on the main channel. So I am going to try and get somewhere to eat breakfast while I watch it. Do you really think I'd let you go without some drone footage? Course I wouldn't. Anyway, let's get out of here. Right, heading for breakfast. Giant's Causeway, which is where I really want to go, is here. Literally, you go up there, and we're coming back there in a little bit. Now, I don't want to spend all day around here because I've done one explore and I go home tomorrow, so kind of need to get some more done. I'd like to do 2 today and 1 tomorrow, and if I get that done, I'll be a happy chappy. if I don't, then it's going to cause problems. Of course, I can't remember if I mentioned this to you before, but I've got to do jury service. Now, what that is, if you're not in the UK, I don't know if it works the same, but you get called up to be on the jury in someone's trial, and I've got to do it, which I don't really want to do it, if I'm being honest, but I have no choice. And I have no choice whether I knock that out of my hand. I was putting this down and I just knocked it off. Yeah, so it's not the best thing, because it means I've got to have 2 weeks off work, which I can't really afford to have 2 weeks off work. Not because of the money side, well, it is because of the money side of things, but because if I'm not working, no one else is working, it's just me. So I don't know if I can maybe try and plead insanity or something, but we'll see what I could do with getting some videos done, so then I don't have to panic when it comes round to that time. Right, so I'm in a place called Bush Mills, which is not far from the Giant's Causeway. We've just driven past there. Now, I've been told by one of our subscribers I should come to somewhere called Mike's for my breakfast, which I think is just up here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try and find it. My feet, I've made a mistake though. My feet are wet. That is not good. Is this it? Or maybe Mike's is now Lily's, because this is Lily's, not Mike's. So it's not over there. There is a breakfast place there. This is Lily's, but I'm sure this was Mike's, so I'm not sure. I don't know what that tower is either, but it's looking pretty good. So I might just have a quick look just to make sure there's no Mike's hidden up here. And then, I don't mean there's like just random people called Mike. That's Market Square. I don't know where to go now. I don't know which one is the best one. Oh, Mike's! Mike's is there. Actually, Mike's looks the dodgiest out of them all. Lily's looks really nice. Mike's looks dodgy, but dodgy doesn't mean bad. So let's go. Well, technically it does, but let's go and have a look. Right, I've got to be careful because there's copyrighted music, but look. Right, gone with French toast to start. I keep going on about I've never had French toast. It's basically eggy bread, isn't it? But it looks good. Right, part one smashed. On to part two. I can't stay on because of the music, but wow. Right, it's got to be said, Mike's was amazing. It was so good. That food was really nice, and I've just had a massive poo to finish it off. You know what? I've noticed, even though I am still a bit pale, I am looking loads better than I was yesterday and the day before. So hopefully we're gonna have a good day. Anyway, gonna get back in the car and head back off up to the Giant's Causeway and see if we can work out how to get down to it, to be fair. Right, so I'm just heading down to the Giant's Causeway, and it's dropped a bit cold, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's a decent walk, so it should warm me up. So let me show you where I am. It's pretty beautiful, isn't it, all around here? It does remind me of Scotland. A lot of parts of the west coast are very similar to this. But yeah, it's going to be a nice easy walk down here. I don't think it's going to be very easy walking back up, although depending on how I feel, I might get on one of them buses. Such a lazy get. No, I might, I don't know. See how I feel, because the thing is, I sort of want to do minimum two explores today, so I don't want to tire myself out altogether doing videos for like Tuesdays. That'd make no sense. So what's that say? Giant's Causeway something 1986. I'm sure it's been here longer than 1986. Couldn't read the rest. Anyway, head off this way and we'll see what we can see. Wow. Apart from that man, wow. Look round this corner. The colours are so vivid as well. But obviously, bit of a tourist trap. There's going to be plenty of tourists down here. Just look at that. Not even the bit that they stood on. The bit above. It's just wonderful, it really is. That'll be called Stack something, I don't know what, up there. but it's just really good. Look over here as well. It's just a thing of beauty. This world is amazing, and we're so lucky to be here. We really are. Did you hear it then? The emotion. I was like, we're so lucky to be here. We really are. I can't help it. Sometimes I just, like, look at that. Look at this place. That just makes me think of like New Zealand or something. Like, we are so lucky to see the things that we see these days. Like, if you were born in the 1600s or something like that, you'd see your village and maybe the one next door, and that would be it. We see all of these things, whether it be on photos, on film, or in real life, and it's just amazing. We are so lucky, our generation, or our era, because it's multiple generations, I suppose. But anyway, I want to get down there now. Right, so I'm here. What a weird place this is. What a street. I told you it's going to be full of people coming to have a look, because why wouldn't you? But just look at it. Just look at the stones. How weird is that formation? Just looks so odd. They almost look like tree trunks next to each other. Down on the edge, especially when you're looking like there, look. These ones here. Really, really weird. Now, it's not actually as big as I thought. I thought it would extend out right across here, but it's literally this bit that goes down. Now, I do want to get the drone up, but I'll pretend I'm filming up here, up that hill. But if you look in my bottom left, we have Mr. Security number 1 and Mr. Security number 2. So I don't think they'll let me. But when do I listen to security men? Never. Literally never. So once I've done it, it's not like it can be undone. So I think apologising is better than asking for permission. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to have a look, I'm going to take some photos. I wish I got someone here with me to take photos like this. This would be great. If you want to come with me next time just to take some photos, that's fine. Then you can pay your own ticket and stuff. I'm not paying for you. You can just come and take some photos of me. But yeah, I want to try. Oh, it's weird over there as well. There's a bit round, where is it? There. Can't point. Somewhere over there, where it's all like lines. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, I could do with some nice photos, but I'm not going to get any. So I may as well try and get some drone footage while they're not even looking. I'll go down here, set the drone off and come along here, and they'll not even work out where I'm flying it from or anything. Right, I'm down at the bottom. Look at this. This is wonderful. This is why I come away. This is the sort of thing that I love. Just look at it. And I know there's people here, and I know I hate people, but I don't mind it when I'm enjoying myself so much. Because this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's glorious. The sun is on its way down. I feel like it's only just come up. We're on some strange Jurassic type flooring, which almost reminds me of the floor in Pompeii, to be fair. And you've got the big hills and crags behind us. This you can't beat this, I'm afraid. No city in the world can beat this sort of thing, I'm afraid. But anyway, I'm going to try and get that drone up now. Right, so I've gone from appreciative mood to covert operations mood. So I've got to try and get down here, set stuff up round the back without him noticing, and then get it up, get filmed as quick as I can before he works out who it is that's flying it. Because he can't obviously shout at the drone, get the drone down. So, let's see what we can do. Right, so he's just at the other side of there. If I go down here, that's got to be the prime place to get it up and get across there. I'll go low over the sea and then bring it back over. There's nothing he can do then, is there? There is something that is worrying me about setting it off from here. this is my vision. I'm only going to be able to watch it on the drone, which is a bit worrying. I'm not going to lie. I might go down onto these rocks down here a little bit, so I can at least look across there, because you're supposed to have a visual with your eyes of your drone at all times, and I won't be able to if I stand there. Plus, I may lose the signal because of this immense wall behind me. I've lost the colour in my face again, and I'm starting to feel a bit ropey again. So I think when I've done here, it's tablet time. Now, I know I've said I've done one Explorer in 2.5 days. That's sort of not true. So I landed at 11 o'clock at night on the first day. Can't really count that. Sometimes I would go out and do an Explore, but I got that hotel that had been paid for by subscribers, so I wasn't going to waste that. Second day, I did probably drag my feet a little bit much. Stayed in bed. I had some issues uploading stuff. That was the issue with that. So I probably wasted half a day. But then I went and did an Explore, which was good. I went to do another Explore, which I couldn't get in. So I've tried two. But if I head off now, because I've been doing stuff for these videos, so it's not like I've been just sitting around doing nothing. I think people think that I'm just having on my jollies, but I'm recording, I'm doing it for you. I can't say I'm not enjoying it, because I am, you know I am. But if I didn't do these behind the scenes videos, you wouldn't get to see all this either. So it is me doing my job. I am being good, but I just haven't got any main explores, which is probably the most important bit. But that is what we're going to go and do now. So I've got one in the middle of Armagh, where we did another one not that long ago that went pretty well, to be fair. So I'm hoping it's going to be the same sort of situation. Anyway, we're going to head back off. I don't know if I want to jump on this bus, you know. Should I jump on the bus? I think you have to pay for it, which that makes me go, oh no, I don't know. But do I pay? Do they take card? That'll be the decision. Do they take card or do they take cash? I haven't been on a bus for such a long time. Sod it, I'm walking. That's literally at the mention of cash, the mention of paying anything, and I'm done. I'm like, nah, I can't be bothered. It's too busy on there as well. Plus I need the exercise. It's more the time element, really, than anything else. I just haven't really got loads of time, but don't like exploring in the daytime, really. So now the sun's on its way down, it's perfect time to go and do some exploring. Just walking along here really nice and slow. And you know what it is lovely. It is really peaceful and nice. But don't know whether it's because it's Sunday afternoon, and I've always thought of Sunday afternoon, or Sunday in general, it's a bit of a family day. The day where you're not rushing around going shopping, you're not at work, you're not at school, you're just chilling out and spending time. And it's always Sunday. Like, most of the time I don't know what day it is. I genuinely don't. But my brain does. And my brain's saying, you're missing home, you're missing your family, you're missing the people you love. And it does. I do go a bit down and depressive, Like, not like really bad, but I do have my moments, and I'd rather be honest with you. And it's not that, like, people are like, oh, you need to just go home. I'm not away for very long. I'm just a family person. And it doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing, even if I'm in the UK. And it's just that time where my brain's saying, you miss them. It's weird. But I think a lot of the time it's because I want to share these things with them as well. And I am sharing them with you, and I feel a bit guilty about that. I think guilt is a massive thing in it. I think that guilty feeling of, I'm getting to see all these things while they do whatever they're doing. That's the side that I struggle with a little bit, because I send all these lovely photos of places like this, and they just sat at home. I don't know. I don't want it. This isn't like a feel sorry for Matt. I just want to give you, and I'll probably mention it again on another explore or another weekend away or whatever. I just want it to be real. I want you to feel the emotions that I'm feeling and know how I'm feeling. And that's how I'm feeling at the moment. And I swear, as soon as I sit in that car and head back where I'm going, get music on, I'll be fine. It's just this little walk round here. Once I've stopped filming, once I've stopped talking, getting drones up, worrying about security guards, just that little bit of that moment where I just have time to think. That's the moment where it hits me. Anyway, we're almost back. So let's get up there. Right, we're heading out of the north of Northern Ireland and heading back down south. I think I need to go this way. So let's head up here. Right, let's get on the road while the sun's still out and go. I kind of want a pint, I'm not going to lie. I got in my head that I was going to have a pint in the Causeway Hotel. I walked in, walked straight back out. I've just been telling someone, I can fit in swanky, nice hotels. I've paid like £800 a night to stay in places before in Paris. However, looking like I look at the moment, I don't feel comfortable going in. It was one of those where you get seated, everybody looks like they've got £10 billion. And I'm covered in mud and I just didn't really want to go in. So I just fancy finding a quick pub, having a drink, and then getting on and going and doing 2 explores. I want to do 2 explores today and I'm happy. That's it, all I need to do. And then I can do 1 tomorrow and I'm done. But I want a pint. I just fancy a pint. I never fancy a pint. So if I fancy one, I should have one. So let's go and find one. Right, the sun's well and truly going down. We're on our way to Derry. I've decided I want a pint, like I said, but I want it in Derry. It's somewhere that I've always wanted to go. Well, not always wanted to go. Since I've watched Derry Girls, I'm not gonna lie. I sort of just want to pop in on the way through and then I can say I've been. So I'm gonna head there. It'll be dark by the time we get there. Get a quick pint and then on our way to Omar. Right, so I get so easily sidetracked. I've literally parked the car in the middle of the road just to show you this. I would get the drone up and show you, but 2 things. One, I ain't got time, and I don't think there's much battery left. I need to charge them up. But look at this. So it's beautiful anyway. The sun's going down. But look at the castle. Oh, I sort of can't see it, look. Zoom in for you. Oh God, that went a bit much. Yeah, look. Look at this. have a feeling it's Dunluce Castle, but I might have just made that up. Yeah, look. How wonderful does that look, especially with the sun going down behind it as well. That's amazing. Thought you'd want to see it, and somebody else is parked there, so I thought, sod it, let's do the same. So anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing it, and we'll get back in the car. I don't know why the smallest things just make me happy like that, but they do. They just do. Sidetracked again, but this time I'm genuinely quite gutted. I knew I'd not got much battery life left on my... Look at this. I knew I'd got not much battery life left, and I wanted to go across this field. And the reason I did, I'll show you. Through that fog on the field, there's a little tiny abandoned house. There's nothing in it. You can tell it's absolutely wrecked. But how good would it have looked for the drone to go through that and come out for that, Jesus Christ, come out to that sort of like amazing little abandoned cottage. I'm getting back at car before I get run over. Yeah, go through the fog and come out. Oh. Jesus Christ. In the abandoned cottage, how good would that be? These are the things I noticed, and I know that it would make a good part of a video somewhere along the lines. But I see these things, but I could do with a hotel tonight. I've been thinking about it because I need to charge a lot of stuff up, and I've only really got like one wire I can use in the car, and it's not going to charge enough things up. So I'm going to have a look while I'm getting a drink in a bit. It's gone really spooky. The fog has suddenly descended. It's like look, there's none again now, and then we'll get round this corner and it'll be here again. It's like sat on the fields. It would have made such a look. Oh, it's like something out of Sleepy Hollow, this. But yeah, it would have been so good, that shot. I just can't, I don't think you understand how good it would have been. But this is pretty good, to be fair, driving through here with that sun in the background, and then the occasional fog sitting across the road is really good, and it's in the trees as well, so the bits you can't see look even spookier. I always, when I see gates like that, I have to go on Google to see if there's a big hole knocking about somewhere that I can potentially get in. Like, don't get me wrong, most of them are lived in, but you just never know. That one that's hidden away, people might live in the buildings nearby, like the gatehouse and stuff, and then the hall's left by itself. They're the ones I look for. I've got this car behind me flashing at me because he don't like me, clearly, but I don't care. Maybe he's telling me to turn my lights on because I ain't got my lights on. That could be it. So, anyway, right,